avocado sweet put in. I thought it was the bee's knees at the time. Now, if we're talking about the 70s, think no further than this man. Now, have a look at this, the legendary, not, I was expecting somebody else there. I was expecting that was me in the 1970s, the style icon. I was expecting a picture of, they've done me in here, I was expecting a picture of Tony Blackburn. There he is, the one, the voice of Radio 1 in the 1970s, one of the biggest names in entertainment, and also one of the nicest guys in show business. The producer will be repaid for that one. I spoke to Tony Blackburn earlier today. Tony, Simone absolutely loves the 70s. I wonder why so many people who didn't live through the 60s and 70s have so much affection for it. It's weird, isn't it?
Well, yes. I mean, I love both of the decades. I have a preference for the 60s, obviously, because it was so exciting, because you have the Rolling Stones, you had the Beatlemania, you had the starting of the pirate radio ships, the opening of Radio 1 and 2, Carnaby Street. It just went on and on. It was wonderful.
It's hard to believe that in the 70s, we were working in radio studios, offices and pubs and things where people were smoking. When you look back now, it's hard to believe.
Yes, I must admit, I've never been a smoker, so I was really glad when they did ban, I hate to say it, ban smoking in pubs. But it's very dangerous having radio and TV studios near pubs.
do you like the 70s? Because, I mean, you had, in the 70s, you had screaming women following you around every day. So I guess it wasn't that bad, was it?
It wasn't bad at all. Absolutely. No, I like the 70s very much indeed. And, there was a lot of great music that came out of that. And I've always just had a preference for the 60s because the music was so great. But 70s, a lot of disco, a lot of fun. And I toured with Diana Ross and the Supremes in the 70s as well. And, got to know Stevie Wonder and people like that. So the 70s and 60s are really my decade. I love them. I think the lady who was decorating a house in the 70s ought to probably think about looking back to the 60s. She missed a great decade.
Oh, there's a bit of controversy here. Which is the best of the 60s? Well, you're obviously on the side of the 60s. Simone's obviously on the 70s. Do you want to say a good evening to us, to Simone, because she'll be tuned in tonight because she loves you.
Yeah. Well, Simone, lovely to talk to you. And, your house must look absolutely fantastic. I think it's a terrific idea to theme something like that. Absolutely wonderful. In this little room I'm in, I've got lots of memorabilia. This is where I put my shows together. So I've got a picture of myself with David Cassidy, Stevie Wonder, and all the rest of it. You can't see them there, but this is so memorabilia is really lovely. And I've also, in this room, got the first record I played on Radio 1 as well.
You're just a name dropper, Tony. You're just a name dropper.
Peter Levy. There you go. That's the biggest name I've got.
Well, lovely to see you. Good luck with the tour of the 60s nights. We had a great night in Hull earlier in the year, and you gave me that platinum medallion, which I treasure, of course.
Thank you very much, Peter. It was lovely to see you.
And I did wear it on Look North, as you told me to.
I know. I saw you. I tuned in to make sure. Otherwise, you'd have heard from me.
Tony, great to have you on the programme. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Peter.
And Tony will be back with Sounds of the 60s on Saturday on Radio 2. Now, let's have a reminder of the headline site from the BBC. Another sharp rise